Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Hey.
36,025.
Muting my music. Hi everyone, RVDebs here. It's Saturday. That means live for about an hour. We do this. So I'm going to just hang out with you guys. And I was thinking a lot about the different topics that I could talk about. And I'm going to talk about a few things. Hello, Tapestry Tart. First one in tonight. And Doreen, hi there, right behind you. Oh, yeah. Okay. Just relax. Come on in. Let's discuss. Hey, Margie. Hi, Debbie. And Lisa. Yay. Connie, welcome, welcome. Yeah, nice to see you guys. I hope you're doing well. Kimberly, hello. And JJ from Rhode Island, always nice. Jim. Hi, Jim. Hi, Pearl. Hi, Mel. Amanda, I was going to answer you, but I was in the process of going live. Hello, Redhead from Boston, Patty. Hi, nice to see you. Welcome. Minchip, happy Saturday. And Darlene, and Cynthia, and Zach. We got a lot of nice people in here, and Melody. Amanda. Okay, well, that's great. We already got a good group. Hi, Linda. And Megan. Thanks. Yeah, we're still having now it's warm again, but not too bad. 80s. Hi, Lucetta. Thank you, Connie. Hi, Terry. Hi, Timothy. We got a good group in here. Hi, Cynthia. 65 in New York. That's perfect. Here it's kind of warm. I'll show you. Hi, Dee Dee. Hi, Tuffy Bar. Thanks, Terry. I don't wear a lot of pink. Well, I had red hair for years and years, like more years than anything. And I didn't want to wear pink because I thought red and pink didn't go. But as I've gone natural, it goes good. Hello, Lynn. 53, it's getting chilly. Thank you, Cynthia. Hi, Lady Time. Before get going, had my first surgery. Oh, yay. Went great. Can't believe how well I see right. Surgery. Oh, I'll tell you what. I'm having troubles with my eyes. I mean, that's part of what I'm going to tell you about. 32. That's cold. Let's see here. Kathy just sent me this. Let me show everybody. This is Kathy and her husband Mark, and I
didn't understand that.
She talks too much. And the little girl is Sophie Joy, which is our adorable grandbaby. This is a great grandbaby. Isn't she cute? And there they are. Halloween. It's a beautiful picture. Kathy looks great. She has lipstick on. Thanks, Dee Dee. Well, good. I'm glad you guys think I look okay. This is, it's warm. You gotta be, comfortable. Yeah, that's a sweet baby. And it was her birthday. That's right. She was born on the 4th. She's eating her ice cream cake. I do miss them, but I still wouldn't trade, living there for living here. Thank you for the thumbs up. Yes, I really do need those. That keeps me coming back. So I've got a few things I wanted to discuss with you. Yeah, the baby, she's a real pretty little girl and very, very spoiled and smart. That's part of the topic today, Timothy, is have you ever been in love? And if you have been in love, how do you know that you're in love or you just like somebody a lot? Like what does now I've been in love. So I can give you my opinions, but I also want to hear about, you know, some people have never been in love. Some people have been in love a few times. And I've been in love a few times, but I think the only time that was really the best was my husband. Yeah, there was a movie called Pretty in Pink. Hi, Donna. So the topic tonight, if there is a topic, is what does in love feel like? And how do you know the difference of being, liking somebody really a lot, having a crush but not love, or being in lust instead of love? It's kind of interesting topic, I think. Margie, RV Ashes, she says, knowing the difference between in love and being in lust. Yeah, it's a pretty big thing to learn as we grow up. We learn that, don't we? Hi, Victoria. We do think alike. That's why we got along so well, Margie. I've been in lust, but I love for 40 years. Yeah, there's a difference, of course. Being in lust, which is not a terrible thing. It's a healthy thing. Human beings, that's how we are. But being in love is a whole other thing. It's very it's something that you almost can't explain. Hi, UFO. Nice to see you too. I'm glad you're all here, actually. Yeah. It was an interesting day for me, and of course, I'm going to share. So let's talk about weather first of all. Let's get the weather out. So right now, in this South Texas little town, it's 79 degrees. Hi, Butterbean. Lisa Arky says, and loving someone and being in love with someone. Yeah, you can love a lot. I love a lot of people, and I say I love you and too many. Tuffy Bar said, love is being happy, bubbles in your stomach. You trust the other person. That is, when you are in love, you trust them with your heart, your body, your soul, your mind. That's what to me is like. Let me show you. I just want to show you our weather because we have until next Friday. We're going to have a warm week. See, but Friday it's going to turn a little colder. Hi, Georgiana.
I didn't understand.
Why does she think I'm always talking to her? When I met my husband, it was love at first sight. Now I know that's weird because how do you have love at first sight? You have to definitely know there's a difference, And even if my love at first sight feeling was lust, because of course in the beginning of a very, really hot relationship, but there was something more. Like I knew as soon as I saw him that was going to be my husband. And I had never felt that before, ever. Isn't that weird? And it turned out that he was just exactly, what I felt that love should feel like. I'll tell you, and some of you already know the story, but I'll just tell it again because it is a good one. This is back, I can't believe if I met him the year 2001, January 6th. And Kathy and I, my partner, best friend, we were in business together, making jewelry and doing Renaissance fairs and art fairs. And we were also going on diets, and we went, I joined LA Weight Loss. And so I was like in a good place, like losing weight. I had lost like 50 pounds. And we put our, she said, come on, let's go to the mall. And I don't like to go to malls. I'm not a big shopper. I'm really not. I mean, I shop online more. So I said, okay. And we put our sneakers on. And I never wear sneakers, but I wore sneakers. I remember exactly what I had on. And we walked the mall. And at 2 p.m, I believe it was 2, we were supposed to meet some friends. There was a group of people that would get together once a month at the mall, well, or some other place. So it came time to meet the friends, and I started walking towards the food court where the friends all gathered, and I see this guy. I see this guy's silver hair, and he was like standing up, and he was looking at me, and I looked at him, and I was like almost like embarrassed immediately, like blushed, like flushed, and I kind of hid myself behind a column, and I said, Kathy, look at that guy with the silver hair. And she did, and she goes, oh, he's cute. He's good looking. And I said, he's more than good looking. And we sat down, and within a few minutes, he came and sat right next to me, and he took my hand, gave it a little kiss, and said, where have you been? And that was the beginning of a romance, and a lot of I never felt those feelings. And he was precipitating. He said, like, I knew we were going to get married. I don't think he thought marriage at that moment, but it was a deep attraction, and that night, actually, he said, what are you doing tonight? It was a Saturday night. And I had plans with some guy that I really wasn't really, we were dating kind of, but it was nothing, nothing. And I told him I had plans. He gave me his card and said, well, if your plans fall through, call me. And I'll tell you, I can show you pictures too. Matter of fact, that's another thing I wanted to share today. When Kathy sent me my air purifier, I just got it for my birthday. She sent me a big package. In the package, she sent some pictures. Hi, JIR. And anyway, that night, my date fell through, and she said, call this guy. Now, I'm not the kind of woman that chases men, like calls them and forward, but I wound up calling him, and he came over, and the rest is history, really. But we got married 5 years later. It wasn't like a rush to get married, but definitely in love, in lust, very happy together. When he would be on his way, because he was traveling a lot, he worked like for MacDill Airport. He was like an HVAC engineer, and he worked for Civil Air Defense at one point. So he would be traveling around, but he'd get home, and my heart would have just fluttering and butterflies, and I couldn't wait till I heard him at the door. That, to me, he was the same age as I am. Yeah, we were both 50 when we met. I had never really felt like that before, and I was so attracted, and he was so attracted that, like, it was like, I remember him driving like 12 hours straight so that we could just be together, and so I've got some pictures here of my family, of me, of Mark. Thank you, Butter. Well, so we got married 5 years afterwards. This is the day we got married. I took this picture. We got married in our backyard. That's our wedding day. And you can see he's happy looking at me. Hi, Raymond. You should have gone off to that making you wait. Explain that. I'm not getting it, Raymond. What do you mean? Hi, Margaret. If I missed anybody, it was because I had my head down. Yeah, he had a really rugged Sam Elliott kind of style to him, and he was, they lived in Wyoming most of the year, but he in the winter he would come down to Florida. Hi, Nana Cat. So yeah, it does happen. And this is the picture of our hands together on our wedding day, and I lost the ring that's on his finger. Tom Selleck. Well, I never thought of him as, I think more Sam Elliott or that kind of silver hair, I only have a couple more of after. This is our honeymoon in Negril, Jamaica. There's lots of hope. There's always hope. That's him and I on a beach in Negril, Jamaica. We were there for 10 days, 12 days. So that was, yeah. We did a lot of things together. Here's a picture of me and Kathy before I knew my husband. I guess we were both in our 30s. And I'm playing the guitar in kind of like Hollywood, Florida area. I'm wearing my wedding ring. I had his on me when I first moved to Texas, and it was freezing. It must be your connection, Raymond. I think everybody else is pretty good. And yeah. Yeah, he's hot. He was hot. Here's a picture of us. We were in Yellowstone at a hotel. We were on one of our getaways in Wyoming. And that's me in one of the robes they give you in a bed Airbnb, and that's him. Look at the devil in his eye, huh? Connie, I made a bet with a friend that she met a guy. I would end up with a guy. Even though she said they would marry. Guess what? They married. We ran into each other over 15 years. Well, good for them. Who made me wait, Raymond? I'm trying to figure out who made me wait. He had beautiful hair. He was really, really handsome. And you know what's nice about Mark is if somebody'd say to him, wow, Mark, you could be a model, a male model. And he'd say, you're too kind. He wasn't full of himself. He made you wait. I really don't know what that means. Here's another picture of our honeymoon. Look at him. Yeah, he was cute. How did you know it wasn't mutual, Raymond? You mean the 5 years? Oh, he made me wait 5 years. No. No. It takes two people. And there were reasons that we waited. And the reason we got married, you want to know the reason why we got married? We weren't going to have babies together. We're, late in life already. He had great insurance. I had no insurance. I was like, the artist doing craft shows and not really taking good care of insurance and stuff. So we decided that the best thing we could do would be to get married and share, and make it legal because we loved each other. It's practical. And I'm so glad we did. Hi, Carrie Joe. But we were together, and there were some things when I met him. He was married. Okay. He had to get divorced. So that's just part of life sometimes, you know. He was in a bad marriage and he finally got divorced, or she got married before him. Actually, she married a man, and then we got married. So don't be mad at him. He didn't make me wait. Okay. Let's go back. Back. This is like 1979 maybe. Back in Key West when I lived in Key West. And was living with a girlfriend. And I had a little dog. This has a little bit of everything in it, really. Some of the pictures are hard to see because they're old. Here's at the Renaissance Fair. Yeah, I was a redhead. Thank you. Cindy. I happen to really love being married. And I did wait a long time to really find Mark. So I was happy as a wife. I was thrilled that I could say he was my husband. Hi, Gretchen. So this is a picture of, I had short hair actually before I met Mark, but he liked long hair, so I let it grow. Connie, I was married when I met the guy, then divorced, then he got married. I stayed single. Now we just live together. Yeah, I mean, I would never get married again. There's no reason. Zero reason to get married. Here's Kathy and I at the Renaissance Fair. Like I said before, you were still a beautiful. Thank you, Raymond. I'm still the same old girl, just a little bit more wrinkles and saggy. Well, I never really thought of myself. This is like, I think in the 90s, me and Kathy at our Renaissance Fair booth. And me with a friend. Isn't that fun? Oh, thank you, Cynthia. You're beautiful too. I'd love to see all your pictures too. What did I get? I'm doing a live stream right now. Smiley face. It was great. Okay. When we did the Renaissance Fair in New York, me and Kathy, we built this particular booth. It was the only time we really built one. And that's what it looked like. Yeah, these are like all mixed. I mean, there's just a little of everything. Here's a picture of me. Here's a picture of me when I was like really young, like 30s. Pretty hot. And that's me playing at a party. The Ren Fair in Tuxedo, that's where that booth is. We used to go, we did that 5 years in a row. Yes. And just pictures. I'm pretty young here. I was playing at a wedding, that one. And then this one, I'm on the Viking Queen in Key West. And the black guy is Zambu. He used to bring the sun down and just play congas. And then I got him a job backing me up with, making dancey music. Long time ago. When I first got a YouTube channel and I would tell people I'm from Hollywood in California and I did this or that, and I would have trolls that say, "You're lying. She thinks she's this, she's done that." And I have never, no, I'm not a liar. I'm this or that, but I'm not a liar. That was probably curly red hair. I've had my hair different ways. Let's see what these are. Yeah, here's some more of me entertaining on this Viking Queen. And they were out of New Hampshire, the family. And then that winter they came to Key West and had this all you could eat, like, but not all you could eat, but like a buffet and music and a beautiful cruise, sunset. And I was the entertainment. Yeah. It's a lot of it is work hauling equipment. I used to have to tip guys to help me or have a boyfriend do it. Craft shows are even more work. Yeah, I don't know how to be anything but who I am, really. Yeah, I've done a lot. I know I didn't have kids. So when you guys were all having children and raising families and that stuff, I was traveling around and being a free spirit. I don't know if you'd be interested in seeing this, but I got my dog in Key West. He lived until he was 16, like Rosie. Well, we were up in the mountains in New York, staying at this house that we would stay like for 3 years in a row. We stayed at this big house right near Tuxedo. Oh, that's cool, Gretchen. Anyway, his name was Ty. Schnauzer Scotty. I got him. He was left and abandoned, and I took him under my wing and loved him so much. And this is a picture because one day Kathy let him outside, and it was like cold in New York, like probably November, and she forgot she let him out. And I didn't know this happened because I wasn't in the same area. She let the dog out. So this is the dog, what he looked like. And we, of course, we took care of him and stuff, but he looked sad, didn't he? Very like, oh, it's winter. I'm so cold. And you guys let me almost die. Kathy, if you watch this live stream, it's okay, right? Oh my gosh. Yeah, he was a sad boy. Boy, she never told me that she left him out too long. She just warmed him up and like I didn't know. But later on in life, she told me. Yeah, it's bad. Poor little guy. Oh yeah. And one time he fell into the ravine behind this mountain house, and he got in the, we couldn't get down to get him, and the police came and saved him. His name was Ty. He was real smart. This is a picture of me playing guitar for my family. They'd have friends over and they'd say, "Debbie, get your guitar and play." So that's what I was doing at my mom and dad's place. This is a picture of my sister who passed away at 27. Oops. That's Noreen. That's a good song, Tart. Let's see. Okay, I have one picture of my first husband. She does look a lot like me, but she was only 27. She didn't get to live very long. Yeah, it's very sad. That's how I got to Florida. My parents and everybody, we just couldn't be in California anymore. Hi, Linda, you. All right, this is a picture of Frank, my first husband. Back in 72, we got married. Long-haired Eskimo, Mexican, Norwegian blend. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, it was a very bad loss for my family. That's the first guy that I married. I can almost blame my sister because I took this guy, Frank, who was we kind of like immediately lived together. And I took him over to my sister's house and she said, "Oh, he's cute. He's a keeper. You keep him." And so when it came time and he asked me to get married, I said, okay. I thought, well, I won't be a what do you call it? A spinster, where you don't get married. I thought I'll just get it over with, but it wasn't like I'm in love and I want to. Well, good-looking guys aren't always the best either. I've tried to see if he was still alive. I can't find him. And his name was one of those names. His name was Frank Jackson, believe it or not. And he had a middle name, but I've looked. So I don't know if he's still alive. And he wound up being a cross-country trucker. He was a little abusive. He would drink, and he could be very abusive. Yeah, the good-looking ones. Sometimes toilet bowl food review. That's a new one. Okay, do we call you toilet bowl? I don't know. Whatever. Here's a picture of me in my early 30s, like 31, 32. I had a boyfriend at the time, and he wanted me to make some music, so we went to a recording studio. And I had written a lot of love songs with this guy. And he was good looking and he was abusive too. My husband was not. He never abused me in any way whatsoever. Never put me down, with words. Never touched me in a disrespectfully, Redheads. Redheads. Yeah. Yeah. So many pictures. This is a picture of my friend Frankie, who was from New Jersey. Met him in California because we lived my mom and dad were managers of this like high-rise apartment building in West Hollywood. And he was one of the people, and we became like brother and sister. I was single after the last, I don't want to be abused. That's gross though. Okay. Hard worker is a good thing, Connie. He was mean. Oh, that's not a good thing. Anyway, this is a picture of, there's two pictures in here. Man. This is a picture of me and my mom years ago. Good night, Darlene. I'm so glad you could make it in. That's my mother and me. And I was probably 16, 17. And then there's this picture, which I do like of me. And that's, when I was about 30, 31. Same guy. The guy that did my recordings. I have pictures of Buffalo. Yeah, a little bit. Not a lot. These are all people from Buffalo. These are I was at my cousin Maxine's daughter Lori's bas mitzvah. That's my mom on the over here and her sister over here, my uncle and me, and Lori. A lot of people are dead in that picture. Here's a picture of the guy, the abusive number 2 guy that we did love songs, and his name was Jay. And you can't see it. He was a good-looking guy, too. But not nice. I've told stories about that. Yep. So at the bar mitzvah for Lori, this is a picture of me entertaining all her friends. At a bas mitzvah, really, because it's a girl. And just setting up for the bas mitzvah that day. I looked good then. What happened to trivia? I don't always do trivia. I can. I just haven't. I didn't get it together to do it. I'm enjoying this, but I know you might be bored. Sorry, Mel. My first husband looked like Robert Conrad and was a terrible husband. 2.5 years. That's how long my first husband was, about 2.5 years. I hope you guys are, I'm enjoying it, sharing with you. I don't do this too often, really. This is Kathy's son, Nathan, the one that has all the kids, way before they got married and had kids. I had just met my husband, Mark, and I was so in love. And I think that's a really good feeling, and it is special. Yeah, it's just sharing. You know, you go through your life, when you hit your 70s, 60s, and 70s, and you've had a lot of chances to meet all kinds of people in your life. And I wasn't married like in the first marriage was, thank God I left him. Because why should I live with somebody that's alcoholic and mistreats me when he was drunk, So we do. I mean, I went through a lot of different people in my life, and the memories are good and they're lessons. Even though I had another guy that I really got into that was abusive too. And that's a story in itself that I don't know if I've told it or not. I think I have told it. And we just live and learn, right? So here's a picture. Happy stuff. Hi, Roseanne. Nice, a bike ride, huh? I like to share once in a while. This is a picture of me. I was in a play in Florida, in Clearwater, Florida. I used to do plays for fun. And that was the cast. And I am right there. This is a play. I remember Mama, and I played Miss Moorhead. And I loved that. Hi, Tony. Oh, I have to tell you, too. Some of it's not that important. This is me and my husband at a Ren Fair right in the beginning of our relationship. That's our booth. Hi, Nancy. Thank you. Thank you. This one is on for sale. I'm wearing earrings that Amanda sent me. They look good with this. Okay, what else we got here? Look at a picture of Kathy. Big change. Holy cow. Wearing all of our jewelry, of course. So cute. Thank you, Margaret, for reminding people to give me a thumbs up. I do appreciate it. Yeah, I have pictures of every man I've dated since I was a teen. I have pretty much myself. I have some pictures of everybody. We are sisters. We're just sisters of different misters or something like that. Kathy's like the closest friend I have, the closest person in the world that knows me pretty much as much as anyone could know you, you know? And I know her. So we did a lot of traveling. Yeah, she really looked good, didn't she? That's the same one. That's the same year. She did one and I did one. Wearing all the jewelry we make, all the rings, all the bracelets. Oh, yeah. And I don't even have the air on. It's nice at night. How did I meet Kathy? I met her at an Overeaters Anonymous meeting. I went to a meeting and I was brand new. I had just moved from Key West. I moved into with my parents and they lived right there. And anyway, the long story short is I went to this OA meeting and I told everybody I was from Key West and I wanted to make friends. And when you're in like an AA meeting or an OA meeting, you can sign your name and your first name and a phone number if you want people to talk to you and whatever. So that she called me up and said, come on over for dinner. And that was it. We were instant friends forever. Instant friends. Okay, so when we were together, we found this was the best item. We made a lot of money on this item. All the little happy girls are wearing hair fancies. Those are handmade out of clay. It's very flexible, and they have little charms at the bottom. And every time we'd get a really cute little girl, one girl or several, we would take a picture. And here's Kath and I at our booth in New York. Yes, instant friendship. Just like in love, you know? You just know. Here's another one of us. It was fun. The Renaissance Fair was fun, but it was tiring. 9 years we did the Renaissance Fair. She made most of the costumes too. Yeah. Um, okay. That was fun. Memory lane, right? And now you guys know me a little more. Sometimes I have to repeat a story, you know. Kathy lives in West Texas. She's about 9-hour drive, 9.5-hour drive from here, north of me. Oh, I'm glad you're here, Marion. I really am. Just try to chill because you can't wear the whole world on your shoulders. You're welcome, Margie. So anything like that, it's a lot of work. And a Renaissance fair, you stay 6 weeks to 8 weeks. So you're there a long time. I wanted to tell you all too about I'm getting my water heater. I ordered it and it's coming Monday. Can't wait. It's a tankless. George sent me somebody that out there named George that is one of my subscribers sent me a link and said this might work. And Jim looked at it. I looked at it. Jim said, yeah, this would work. The measurements were good to put it in where the other one was. So we ordered it, and it's getting here Monday. And then Tuesday, the company that has been working on everything, they're going to come and install it. Oh my gosh. I went over to Beth's and had a shower yesterday. It's like you don't realize how much you appreciate, hot water and doing dishes, and when you have greasy pans and having to, like, I wipe them out with, the way I've been doing it is wiping it with paper towels, getting all the grease off. And then the water's not too cold because it's been so hot. But I am really looking forward. And this is instant tankless. So I will have hopefully, as much hot water as ever I want. Yes, Connie's got stories. When you do traveling and you meet up with people, you do shows, any kind of show, you definitely learn a lot. No, there won't be any hot water in the washing machine. No, it's too much that would cost a lot to run. No, unfortunately. I don't even know if I'm going to keep the washing machine because I don't use it. And I do take thanks, Dee Dee. I take my stuff to this place, and for like $20, they do it, fold it, and it's like I pick it up. It's so easy. Yeah, you can wash with cold water. Oh yeah, I haven't done that, but that would be the way to do dishes. I'm so sick of it. Yeah, so you fixed yours too. Yeah, we get a little bit spoiled with electricity and propane and, you know, gas heat. Yeah, they don't pick up my wash, but, it's really not far. And there's such nice ladies that work there. I've never had anything shrunk. It's okay. Yeah, we Kath and I did arts and crafts and Renaissance fairs for, like, I think about 25 years. I don't know, from 1991. That's when she started with me. I was doing it on my own. Good night, Margaret. Thanks so much for coming in. Um, I lost my train of thought. I think it's a good deal too. I don't have to buy any soap, although, I there are things that I'd have to do, like the comforter. They don't do the comforter, but we do have washing machines and dryers here. Yeah, it's like $1.25 a pound. Night, night, Margaret. Yes, the prayer group is a good thing to have. Yes, yes. Yeah, struggles. We all have them too, believe me. Nobody gets away scot-free. I think we all have problems. It's how we deal with them that really matters. How we deal with it, how we get through it. Because believe me, I know you all know that things go wrong and things are costly, and I don't know how people do it, actually. I really don't. I mean, just myself, and I have a hard time. Yeah, some days can really hit you right in the head, and I've been quiet lately. Like, I just felt quiet, and it's not a bad thing. It isn't. Now, tomorrow night, I work tomorrow, Sunday and Monday here at the RV resort. Oh, I feel very safe. Matter of fact, I feel safer in this particular situation with our park. I feel very safe. And it's a nice little neighborhood too. Anything can happen anywhere, but it's not like you're in the middle of a city, and you don't hear anything going on here, which is good. Yes, Tony, I do feel safe. I lock my door. But I don't think you need to lock your door necessarily, you know. I am not ready for the time change, Timothy. That means that because I don't drive at night now. Hi, Sue. Yes, of course. Pray for Israel and for peace, but that it doesn't happen, unfortunately. Hi, Helen. Yeah, times are tough for a lot of people, and things are going on. I'm really kind of grateful that my life is quiet and that I'm not too stressed. I mean, I'm stressed about my water heater, but you know what? In the scheme of things, that's nothing. Yeah, daylight savings time. So like, I don't drive at night. At least if I don't have to, I don't, and I usually don't have to. But now it gets dark at 6:30. So now it's going to get dark at 5:30. So there's no way that you can not get in the dark sometimes. No, Carrie Joe, I don't think it's filled. I haven't talked to Beth, but I believe that that's still something that is needed here. Well, in my old eyes, I drove today, um, the furthest I've driven in a while, like 36 minutes to a friend. And I feel pretty good right now, but the whole drive, I must have gone through 10 Kleenexes. Oh, it gets dark so early. I love the winter temperatures here. This is a beautiful area in the winter, really mild. But God, it gets dark really, really early. Okay, Carrie. Or Beth, actually. And the headlights, everything blurs. So I was supposed to go in the evening and I said I can't. And man, am I glad I didn't, because my eyes teared the whole drive. I was wiping, the irritated eye, and it was so much traffic. There's this one area which I don't have to go through ever unless I'm going out of the area. And it's like freeway that they still haven't fixed, and it's been years, and it's like bumper to bumper for a little while it anyway, it was hard. So I'm going to the eye doctor, but for a while I have to just deal with it. But it's hard. I don't know what the hell is making my eyes water to the point where I'm not wearing any makeup on my eyes. Nope. And making jewelry has become really, really hard right now. Tony, thank you for listening to some of that stuff that I recorded and videotaped for years. Thank you so much for watching. That helps me because I don't know how other people can get like big money and stuff, like I don't know. I don't mind whatever I get. I'm grateful. But it does help when people will watch your videos, and views. The views are important. Yeah, dry eyes. I got stuff for dry eyes. May not be strong enough. It is sweet, Tony. Well, first of all, you have a plan. You want to move out of New York City, Cynthia, and I don't blame you, because I lived in New York City for 3 months. It's a great city, but it's a city. You have to find places that are a little bit like out of the way, because that's where they're cheaper. Yeah, you need like 100,000 subscribers, and you need, you know, 5,000 minimum of views, and I only get like 1,500 to 2,000 views on a video, which I'm grateful for. Yeah, I'm gonna need a prescription for sure. This is not funny, and if I have cataracts, and I'm gonna immediately try to get them done. Yeah, I got nerve, Tony. That's one of the things I I've embraced change all my life. I really have. Making a plan. I'm thinking about that, Cynthia, that, that you need a plan. And you do. We do need little plans. But you don't always stick to your plans. But at least if you have one, it feels good. Um, Texas, this area of Texas, there, Alabama, near Mobile, Alabama, there's a lot of, inexpensive, not bad places either. They're just out of the city. Change. I have gone through more changes and I embrace change now. I wouldn't be here happy in this RV right now if I did not make a change and take a little, like, it's lucky, like you're gambling with things. And I took the gamble, and I'm glad I did. Yeah, well, I got to, I know Alabama sounds like, oh man, a bunch of, country. But honestly, when I drove out of Florida with my trailer and my dogs, I got over the border and there was a town, it was Robertsdale, Alabama. It was beautiful there. And there's, of course, it was an RV park. I don't know what it's like to live like, in an apartment or a house in the middle of Alabama, but this area was really nice and I was surprised. I liked it. Good food too. Well, I think I meant to help some of you people that need just a little push, because don't be afraid of making some changes. Embrace it. Know that no matter what happens, when you make a change, whether it's really great or it falls short of what you thought, you are going to learn and you're going to grow and you're going to wind up somewhere that you didn't realize you were supposed to be. Well, you have time now because you're going to retire. So now is a good time to start thinking about, where do you want to retire to? Could you like live overseas, like Mexico? I mean, there's a lot of Americans and Canadians that live in these towns in Mexico. Cheap. They live good. Carla, hi, sweetie. Just sometimes, you have to make a little. I mean, I didn't really make this plan. Beth invited me to come. She had gotten a full-time job in a resort and loved it and said, come, and I have an apartment. You can like rent it for a month and see and I thought, I need to get away because I was not happy in the middle of nowhere. Thank you, Lucetta. I'm glad I could share a little bit about it. So, you can start doing some research. That's the key. What you need to do, I think, Cynthia, is make some research, do some research. See where retiring, make a search, retiring to Mexico, retiring to Florida, retiring to Oregon, retiring to Texas, and see what comes up. And then click on things and read and maybe do a search. Where's the best place for someone in their 50s? I mean, you got to use the tools that are right here. Yeah. I mean, you have like a guideline, an outline of what you have to know what you want to do. And even if you don't know what you're going to do to get to what you want to do, you still have to know what makes you happy. What makes you happy? What kind of surroundings really makes your soul calm? Um, what are you lacking that's in New York City that's bothering you that you want to get rid of? You have to downsize, make it easy on yourself. And I swear to the highest power that if you just go for it, there's nothing going to happen that you can't handle. Honestly. You want to be near the water? Well, it depends on money. If you've got enough money to be near the water, there are places that you probably could afford. S Street, thank you. Yeah, I might have something going on because it's that bad. Yeah, and I'm happy right now because it's not bad. I actually put drops in my eyes right before I came on. There you go. And Butterbean had said, yes, maybe make a list of things you know you need to have and things you know you cannot that you can not handle. That is a start and narrow down some cities. It is hard to make those big changes, but they're worth it. They really are worth it. And I'd love to see that you do that and you come back here every week and let us know what's going on and how excited you are. But you have a pension. I don't have a pension. I live on Social Security. I created my pension in YouTube and Etsy and my talents, thank God. So you did good. You're actually retiring from something. Give yourself a pat on the back, right? Connie says, I found staying away from people that are downers about everything. Seek the happy people. Places are better. Don't get caught up in gossip. Yeah, gossip's not good. No, there's 3 little words called mind your business. I wish everybody did that. What do you mean a backup system? I don't know what you mean by that, Linda, because I everything I did on my own. And yes, I have had help because when you're a friend, friends help each other and things happen to work. And I've always been someone that I've really never struggled. I never struggle to make friends. If somebody's special, I can tell. I don't know. That's weird. Starting from scratch. Well, I did. When my husband died, and Kathy and her husband, Mark, both our husbands were Mark. They moved to Texas, and I was in Florida, and I was lonely, and I was grieving, and I knew that I had to make changes and create happiness, to find some inner peace, and it took a long time. It did. Yeah, I had help coming and going because when you put out what you're needing in life and people can help you, they do. And I was fortunate that I've had help, but not because I didn't do it. I went to do it. I went for it. Right. The universe helps us out. Somehow things work out. Things will work out. Cruise ship contract and see the world. I don't know if I'd want to live on a cruise ship, but I wouldn't mind seeing the world. That's for sure. Oh, you're gonna when are you retiring, Cynthia? This is gonna be a big. Oh my God, are you gonna be happy? You're gonna be happy. You are. You're gonna be relieved from all of that stuff that you go through. Okay, you've got time, Cynthia. You've got time. Like I said, maybe make a list of what you really want in your life, what makes you happy, whether it's art, whether it's music, whether it's the beach, whether I don't know. Make a list of the things that really do make you feel well, and then make a list of the things that you will not put up with, and find some kind of ground there, and then look into different areas that you maybe could think about living in. Myrtle Beach. I don't know how expensive it is, but I mean, there may be senior communities that you can join. The Villages in Florida is full of retirees. Dee Dee says, see, she's saying it too. And this is true for everybody. She said, I've gone to every area of every place I've lived in not knowing anyone with little or no money, and it's always worked out. That's because everything you do creates movement. Every energy you put out comes back to you. So if you sit in your house and you never do anything other than fear, If you sit around and think, oh my God, I'm worried, I'm sick. Oh, I don't know if I can do it. I don't want to have to do this, but I have to. Where can I go? Nobody want. That's all shit. That's a bunch of negative crap. You have to talk yourself into, whether it's fake it till you make it. Walk around the house saying, I am going to have a great life. I'm going to set myself up. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my life. I'm not going to struggle and worry, because worry, what are you going to worry about? We can all worry all the time. And it's like an emotion. It's like a rocking chair. A lot of motion, but you don't get anywhere. All you do is feel all of the worry and the heaviness. I've never been to Alaska, Timothy, but I imagine that it's really beautiful. It's very far. That's the problem. It's very far. You don't get overwhelmed. Just kind of put it, like I said, put some stuff down on paper. Look at what you want. Yeah, maybe you could think about getting an RV. Start if that attracts you, then I would definitely research what it's like to live in one, what kinds there are. There's things that you can do to set yourself up. You just have to, start going for it. Jim said his nephew went to Fairbanks and hated it. Hi, Dan. Yeah, we're talking about things, how you make changes. Like, Dan, you made changes. Yeah, it's kind of a plan, but plans are like Jello. You know, that's okay though. Yeah, there you go. Connie says it. Yeah, I don't want to go anywhere that would be very expensive. Why would your dream be to live in Christine? It wasn't so great. If that's your dream, it's very easy for you to find a 27-foot travel trailer similar to mine. Similar. The water smelled funny in Alaska. That's funny. Well, there's so many places to live too. I mean, if you want to live on the water, it's always more money. You might want to think about maybe getting a pool or a lake nearby or a river close enough or parks. But, if you can afford to I just know that when you hit the beaches, you're paying bigger money. Rhode Island. I don't know much about really living in Rhode Island, but hi, Helen. What part of Texas are you in? Margie just said a mouthful, and she's a traveler. And she said plans are just plans. They can change. Learn to go with the flow, accept and adjust. Just try to enjoy. That's what you have to do. Because, you have the rest of your life. So now you got a little plan, because you're going to actually stop the rat race. You're going to actually stop working. You don't have to get up in the morning and go. Get up in the morning and go. Take the bus, whatever you do. And it's going to be so great. It's like a big relief. Hi, Emiko. Well, if you have arthritis, you might want to go to warmer temperature. See, start thinking about what you need. There you go. That's on your list. That's what you must have, is a place that you can walk and not too many stairs. What you're looking for. Because as you think, so shall it be. That's what I think. That's my saying. As you think, so shall it be. So think thoughts that are positive and what you like, and definitely study and check it all out. I mean, if you get an RV, you're going to need to take care of the RV. You can't just get an RV because they're cheap. You have to, honestly, you can't just, I'm going to do an RV. You have to do some studying, make sure that you really think that would be good for you. YouTube's got every kind of video on any kind of plan. Use YouTube. I watch videos for people that are actually retiring in Mexico because it's interesting to me. Like if I had a man in my life that was another partner, I wouldn't mind living like going down to Mexico because I don't have kids. A lot of people have children and they need to be, close by. Don't let worries of the past. Oops. Dan says, don't let worries of the past and future deny enjoyment of the present. Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Even when you're having a really crappy day, you got to try to find some kind of lightness to, end the day on a good note. You don't want to drag yourself down. And if you have, like you say, you have arthritis and you need a cane, then you want to make sure where you're going is good for that. That's something on your list. You like water. Maybe you could find something. I don't know. I love the way people, everybody's so different. We're all so unique, in our ways. Connie, my friend likes to take me on last minute trips. Never know where, what, when, how long. I keep a suitcase packed at all times. Do you really? It scared me at first. Now when it happens, just fun. Well, it's good to just go. Dee Dee says everything requires maintenance. Rent an RV and see if it's something you could live permanently. Not only that, physically, I'm not saying you couldn't do it because you could do it. You can do anything you want to do, but make sure that it's not too much for you. Yeah, having a friend to help each other is really nice, Jill. I've thought about that where I get a nice size home with a friend so you have plenty of room and you have a secure home. I don't know how it would be like in Buffalo to live in an RV. Some RVs are like 4-season RVs, so they have good insulation. But I don't know. I don't know. Are you? You're heading for Arizona. You couldn't stay home too long. Friends living together like the Golden Girls. Well, I think that's, if you have friends, see what they're doing. Is there anybody out there in your family or friendships that maybe could help you, start somewhere? Olivia, welcome from Ireland. Fantastic. I love Irish people. And I have, my favorite group is Irish, the Celtic Thunder, the guys. Marilyn, welcome. So anyway, as far as, well, not everybody has this, Linda. I know I've had a hard time with this particular RV. I've had to really replace it, everything so far. But it's not always like that. It just happened. It happens. I'm going to get it all together. It's going to be okay. That's not going to stop me from, enjoying where I'm at and living. I'm really happy to be here. Oh, I'm so glad. Well, tell your mom hello. I'm just a regular old woman here in South Texas near the Mexican border, living in an RV resort. I work 2 days a week at the resort, which I'm fortunate because that saves me. And it's comfortable. But, having an RV, the walls are, it's thinner. So you kind of want to be in good weather. I don't know if I'd want to be freezing in my RV. I have a good life here. I'm still lonely. I still get those days. I've always wanted to go to Ireland, especially after getting so into Celtic Thunder and those guys that are in it. Yeah. I'm pretty comfortable. It could be better. My idea now is that I someday maybe I'll sell this and move into one of the park um, mobile homes that are here that are maybe come for sale. If not, then this is what I have. Minchip says put 5 city names in a hat, pick one, and live there for 6 months. That's an idea. Are you staying in South Texas for Christmas? I'm staying in South Texas permanently. My birthday was okay. It wasn't a great birthday, really. Actually, I didn't take a shower today. You'd like to have a black tank to empty? All there is when you empty it is to just pull it in it. But yeah, got to know how to do that. Yeah, Mexico sounds really good. Yeah, Margie says her and her husband live in an RV. I don't want to see white on the ground, but we did have 3 nights of 20s and we stayed warm enough. Yeah, well, yeah. You got a good heater, you're okay. They have park models in all these mobile home RV parks. It's not just RVs. There's usually park models and mobile homes. Pink's my color, huh? I didn't know that. No, a lot of the park models only have 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom. They're small. There are some that have 2 bedrooms or bigger. There's some bigger ones. San Augustine is a really nice area. Yeah. Yeah, traveling, I can't. Some people can actually live in a car or in a regular minivan, and they're happy. I don't know if I could do that. I thought I could, but now that I've lived here, I don't think I'd want to go any smaller unless I had the money to buy like a high top van, you know. Florida sucks. It should be named Sweat Town. I'm not a Florida fan, actually. I loved living in Key West. That was fun for me for a few years. And then living in Clearwater and that area is, if you don't live on the water, which nobody can afford, it's not that great. It's hot. Here it's hot too, though, I have to admit. Now but we have perfect winter. Yeah, I couldn't do it, but I've seen videos on people that are happy. The Phantom is doing great. Thank God. Yeah, I looked up places Americans retire. Yeah, you just have to do some searches. That's what I think, Cynthia, is now your job is to search out all the different places that maybe cater to the things that you need on your good list. Hi, Brenda. Love Washington State. South Texas is affordable, yeah. I like vans. I'd love to have one. I'd rather have a van than a truck. Houseboat living, wouldn't that be something? On Second Life, I have a houseboat. It's raining where you are. We have very mild weather right now, kind of warm during the day. Yeah, I don't know if Florida is the place to go anymore. It used to be, in the 50s and 60s and 70s. It's just so packed. It's like sardines, and anything that is really beautiful is really expensive. Pearls rolling to Colorado. I've never been to Colorado. Yeah, the time change is not making me happy. But you're becoming dignified. You guys, it's been really great talking with you. And I do hope that um, anyone out there that's thinking about making a change or maybe frightened about what the future holds for them, don't be frightened. Just make some lists, do some research. Um, if you're on here on YouTube, you can find anything. Does anybody want Marilyn to call at 2 a.m. so you can reset your clock? Jim, what did you say? Reptilian brain taking over, time for bed. Yes, it's time for bed. Good night, Jim. An 82-foot sailboat. That's a pretty big sailboat. Good, Cynthia. Keep, we'll talk about it and see how you're doing, and maybe you just start researching and come up with some stuff. And if you're interested in pretty necklaces, please log on to my Etsy shop and do some Christmas shopping. Yeah, well, you're going to watch it tonight, I guess. So listen, I'll be here back on Wednesday night, as long as the creek doesn't rise. And just stay positive. Even when you're at a low, try to talk yourself back up, because if you're opened your eyes today, you made it, and you have another day, right? I send all my love to you guys, and thank you for being here. Thumbs up are wonderful. Thank you. And we'll talk to you on Wednesday. Peace out. The sweetest fish are gone. Yep.